I just made one of the most unique builds you'll ever see on 2K26, a physical, two-way, three-point slasher. And it's actually one of the best in the game. Like, you can literally do whatever you want, throwing self lobs for fun, but this is not clickbait, guys. I actually made something that has a 99 three-pointer and legend posterizer, which makes the build very unique already, but here's where it gets even crazier. You get legend strong handles, legend immovable enforcer, and even legend brick wall if you want on a guard build. Now you might be wondering why the hell I went high strength on a build like this, and well, it's because 2K Toots just posted a huge video on strength for 2K26 where basically one attribute of strength takes off one perimeter from your opponent when trying to blow by them. Yeah, it's safe to say I might have made something incredible. Today, I'm gonna show y'all gameplay of the build, how I made mine with 13 CapBreakers, how to make versions with less CapBreakers, all of my animations like dribble moves, takeovers, and more. So drop a like for me and let's get into some gameplay first, and I'll show y'all how I made my version of the build. Okay, so yeah, this is a pretty crazy build, so I'm sure you want to see what it looks like versus good players. So we're in the rec where there's skill-based matchmaking, and you already know we got 2 red plates on the other team, some good players against us in this gameplay, okay? And this is actually a very close game as well, so you're gonna be seeing me take it very serious. I do one move, and that's green. So 99 three-pointer. We're also the tallest height you can be to get a 99 three-pointer. And on top of that, we have legend posterizer with very high strength and still get defense. Yeah, it is actually crazy what you can create with all the max plus ones, max plus twos, CapBreakers, all that on 2K26. And you see so far, I'm not even doing anything crazy at all. I'm driving, I'm kicking, I'm doing one move and I'm open. You don't have to do 6, 7 dribble moves every single time. Look, snatch back green, just like that. Just easy, reading what the defense is giving me and then taking it. So on this fast break, I'm just gonna pull up. That's how confident I am. We are the tallest you can be in this game and still have a 99 three-pointer. I mean, you guys see the dunk meter size is huge because we have a legend posterizer badge, which is crazy. So look, I'm gonna just get doubled right here. I'm like, what's going on? Just taking my time, pass it to Sprague, Sprague passes it back. Very simple ball. Now you might be like, okay, what's going on? There is the self lob from the intro, which is insane. But I don't have all the badges yet. I told you guys in yesterday's video, you see at halftime we got 23 points, 5 assists, 2 steals. But I told you guys in yesterday's video, if you wanted to see this build, 4,000 likes. So I got y'all, bro. I didn't even get all the badges yet, but you're seeing basically what it looks like. You know, we got Hall of Fame set shot in this gameplay, Hall of Fame shifty, stuff like that. I'm even getting steals. I got 3 steals in here. I'm just going to run and fade because why not? I mean, just why not run and fade? But you see right here, we are in that little 5 out, and I'm just steaming Blick in the corner. So I'm going to show you guys my rec stats a little bit later in the game as well, unless I forget. Hopefully I do, okay? I'm in a little bit of a hurry today. It is my birthday, so I'm trying to get this video out to you guys because I promised you I was going to upload this build today if it got a certain amount of likes. You guys know every time we hit that goal, I'm a man of my word. It doesn't matter. I got on today. I got you the gameplay. Now I'm getting you the build. I'm going to show you everything that you could possibly need, and we're going to get on out of here, bro. But I wanted to show you guys an insane, like, it just blows my mind that we have a 99.3 legend posterizer, and then we have more on top of that. Like, legend brick wall? Why are you using legend brick wall on a center build? Or sorry, on a guard build, not a center? Well, it's because that also drains stamina from your opponent, or at least that's what it says. We haven't seen any tests from 2K Toots or anything this year, but that's what it says in the description. So hey, with legend immovable enforcer, we might as well. You don't get a lot of bumps in this game, but once you do, you get some mean bumps. Obviously, we're gonna have 90 oh, this is crazy to say. We're gonna have 99 strength in takeover, but you see I'm pulling up on the fast break in a close game. That's how confident I am in this build to be able to get that ball in the basket. But that is it, man. We had a very, very close game with these guys. They were good. They were, you know, red plate stuff. I had 46 points, 11 assists, 3 steals, 19 for 26, only 2 turnovers, 8 for 11 from 3. And you guys can see, once again, I do not have all the badges even so far on the build, which is insane. So here is how to create the physical two-way 3-point slasher. All right, so 6'5". If you guys listen to the gameplay, I told you this is the tallest you can be in the game to have a 99 3-pointer. So I'm explaining every single thing why I did it the way I did. So 230 pounds is to get 93 strength. Yes, we're gonna have 93 strength on this build. So I went 6'5" wingspan to get that 99 3-pointer. Now, you guys have already seen me make a 99 3-point build. If you haven't, you should probably go check it out. But look, I was gonna make another 6'4" now that I have so many more cap breakers, and I was gonna go 99 3 right there. But as you see, the driving dunk only goes to a 92. If you go 6'5", minimum wingspan, you're gonna get a 93 driving dunk. So that's why I went 6'5", as well as, you guys know, man, height in this game is very, very important. Like, you're gonna want as much height as you can get, but this is a 3/5s build. I mean, like, you know, rec, pro-am, 3v3, but you could, I mean, you could play 2v2 with it. You guys will see it has defense, but like, you're 6'5", so you do got to be very careful. So I'm going 88 driving dunk, and then 5 cap breakers is going to go into our driving dunk to give us a max of that 93 potential, so that we get gold posterizer. So we're also going to go 80 vertical so that we have gold posterizer, and then we're gonna max +2 it. You guys will see, I'm gonna show you all the badges and everything, the whole setup that I have to get gold posterizer. Then we're gonna max +2 to get legend. Now, if you're playing park, if you're playing rec, you don't really need legend posterizer. So this is gonna be the part of the build where I can tell you guys confidently, if you're playing in the park, in the rec, where the difficulty is lower, you don't need legend posterizer, okay? You can have silver. You don't even need gold, really. It's really about position. That's going to be the size of your dunk meter. So if you don't have 13 cap breakers like I do, or you want to make the build right away to be good, because I'm going to show you guys that you can really just make my exact build and then use the cap breakers as well. There you go. Silver posterizer, you know, go down to that 78 vertical. That's going to get you your contact dunk, and you're going to be good there. But look, I went 88. Okay, let's save that for when we get to that time. Now, 70 driving layup is to get bronze physical finisher, and then we're gonna go 40 standing dunk. So this is the nice thing as well about going 6'5" instead of 6'4", where you are gonna be an inch shorter, and you guys know how much height matters. But, you know, you do also lose out on getting like the Ja Morant dribble style going 6'5". However, we are going to get standing dunk. You cannot get any standing dunks on a build under 6'5" in this game. You have to be 6'5" or taller to get standing dunks. So you might not think it's that important, but 40 is a very good spot, especially for what you get for a 40 standing dunk. I mean, it's been really good for a long time. So I went 94 3-pointer, and we're going to talk about this a little bit as we get further into it. But I went shooting specialization so I can get my 2 cap breakers, because I'm done with my build specialization. Now, this is a little silly because you're going to get all the badges legend except for slippery off ball, which I have max +2 to legend slippery off ball. But the reason I did that was because I just wanted my build. I wanted my cap breakers. I wanted everything there. Don't go shooting specialization if you guys don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, go playmaking. That's what I would do, is go playmaking if you guys want to get that done. But I just went there so I could get the 2. And yes, I'm sitting there with basically nothing in my shooting specialization, max +1s and 2s. So yeah, just be very careful with that. But the build is amazing. It doesn't really need anything more than it already has, right? Like, that's just how 2K26 is. So I went 85 ball handle. In the next season, I'm probably going to max plus, I'm going to not max +1. I'm going to use a cap breaker here to get silver ankle assassin. All right, ankle breakers are just really, really good in this game. So that's why I'm going with that +1 after I get my next cap breaker. So I went 71 pass accuracy on this build. And I know that kind of makes some people like, why 71? You said you made this for 5s and pro-am and 3v3. Well, I'm going to show you guys right here on the screen. Like, my record in the rec so far is, I think we're like 19-1. All right, 37 points per game, 11 assists per game. And you see, here is my stats as well, where I have 39 turnovers in 20 games, which is like 2 turnovers a game. It's not bad. Like, I'm getting assists. I'm not turning the ball over that much. 71 pass accuracy for me, okay, for me is not a big deal. I mean, that's just how it's been for a few years now, where 71 is just a really good spot. It throws them good enough to where if you know how to pass the ball, it's usually going to get there when you need it to get there. You know what I'm saying? If you're throwing the correct passes at the correct time. So let's finish the rest of this build. I went 80 speed with ball. Now, the reason I went 80 speed with ball was to get blur takeover. Here's another thing that you don't necessarily need, because I'm not even using blur takeover in this gameplay that I showed you guys. I'm going to show you guys all the takeover options and what I think is best and all that once we get there. But you can go 75 and you're still going to get silver lightning launch. And I know that just sounds crazy, right? Like 75 speed with ball on a 6.5. I went 80. And I have it max +2 to Hall of Fame lightning launch, or I max +1 it because 2K Labs has already showed us a test where Hall of Fame and gold lightning launch is a 1% difference, guys. 1%. So that's where you can really save a little spot on your max. You don't have to max +2 lightning launch. Just go up to gold and you'll be good. So here's another part of the build where you could go 75. You could go 87 dunk, because I know that not everyone has 13 CapBreakers, right? So I'm explaining to you guys how you can just really kind of work around what I did. Okay, so here's where it's crazy, because you might be like, okay, you got legend posterizer badge, you got 99 3-pointer, it's got to have like 60 perimeter defense, right? There's no way that you have good no, we have an 89 perimeter on this build. Okay, and then I used 3 CapBreakers here to get gold on ball menace and gold challenger. Okay, so let me go ahead and put the agility up so you guys can see, and the speed. So 85 speed, 84 agility, and we're gonna have silver challenger, silver clamps right there. Then we're going to gold, which you can max +1, you can max +2, and you see, you don't need, like, if you're okay with having this and then you can add on to it later on, then you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make basically my same build if you want, change it up a little bit, whatever, but you can now add on with the CapBreakers. So as you progress along in the seasons, in your challenges, and you hit veteran 2 or you hit starter 5 to get those extra CapBreakers, then you can add that on. So that's what I really like about this build, is it's not bad. It's not like it's terrible until you get the CapBreakers. Like, bro, you can have silver posterizer. Okay, you can have 94 3-pointer. If you have no CapBreakers, you can have silver posterizer, which is great. If you're in Pro-Am or Proving Grounds, that's where the difficulty is much harder. So you're definitely going to want that Legend Posterizer if you go in there. But like, you're going to be good with a 94-3. You're going to be good with an 87 dunk in your contacts, you know? Like, so work around that. But anyway, I went 68 interior. Why? Because it is tied to our strength, which you guys will see. But I went 60 steel just to get bronze interceptor. You guys seen in the gameplay, I had like 4 steals. If you reach correctly, and plus I have this max +1 to silver interceptor, you're going to get a decent amount of steals. I'm not going to say you're going to get a bunch of steals, but you're going to get a decent amount. Okay, so 26 O board, 50 D board. Now, if you can go 51, if you guys can figure out a way to go 51 here, I could not, because I had every single thing I could possibly want on this. If you can go 51, it told me in the CapBreaker screen that 1 CapBreaker will send this to a 60 and you'll get bronze rebound chaser. So just keep that in mind. But here we go. 93 strength. Yeah, that's right. We have legend strong handles. I have a movable enforcer +1 and brick wall +2 at the moment, which we'll talk about once we get there. But here is my build, guys. Okay, so +5, +5, +3. Okay, so +5 is going to give you that gold posterizer. Then we have this +2 to legend posterizer, +5 into 3-pointer, so we get all the legend shooting badges. And then we also have our build specialization on shooting, which I told you, if you skipped ahead, you're going to want to skip back on this because that's very important. But anyway, legend strong handle plus gold challenger, gold on ball menace, which you can +1 as well, 93 strength. So you guys seen in that, unless you skipped ahead, that strong handles, just strength in general, strength is very good. Basically 1 point of strength takes off 1 point of perimeter defense from your opponent when you're trying to blow by them. So imagine someone trying to guard you with legend posterizer, 99 3-pointer, and a 93 strength. That is ridiculous, okay? That is absolutely insane to think about, that another human being will have to guard that. If like, that's insane, bro. If they're not a pure lock, they're cooked, okay? And then, even then, they might still be cooked. But here is the build. You see the weaknesses are rarely disrupts the ball with any purpose, which steals in this game, on-ball steals just aren't good in general, right? At the moment. Lack of passing vision on the court. I told you guys I'm okay with the 71 pass accuracy. Like, I don't turn the ball over much. I get plenty of assists. I do what I do with the 71, and that's where I am comfortable with pass accuracy so far in the year. Okay, so for the badges, like I told you guys, I should not have done my shooting specialization here. I just wanted to rush the build, and I wanted to get my 99.3, blah, blah, blah. If you skipped ahead, you definitely missed out on the whole entire explanation. But this is ridiculous. Okay, we have Legend Brick Wall on a 6'5" build. All right, so Brick Wall, once again, guys, if you want to read the description, it says increases effectiveness of screens and drains energy from opponents on physical contact. So you can easily go Hall of Fame dimer, like you can take off that right there. Boom, you can go Hall of Fame dimer, right? But I've got on Brick Wall just because we're so bumpy with that 93 strength, and we have Legend Immovable Enforcer, guys. Legend improves a defensive player's strength when defending ball handlers and finishers. So that's just crazy. Like I said, we do have our max +1 on speed on our lightning launch because you don't need to max +2 it from 2K Labs tests so far, where Hall of Fame and Gold are only a 1% difference. So why waste it on that? And then you see 99 3-pointer with Legend Posterizer, guys. This is crazy, bro. You can set big body screens, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, not only is it, gonna drain your opponent's stamina when you bump them, and you got the Legend Immovable, you can set crazy screens, which is just wild to think about. But yeah, this is what I've got on, man. Legend Off-Ball Pest, Silver Interceptor, so we can get in those lanes. You guys seen in the gameplay, I had those lanes. And then Deadeye does go to Legend, so you don't need to have it on your clutch gene. It's just like I said, guys, I don't have it fully maxed out yet, but I will have it I'm very close to having the build maxed out pretty soon. So let's hop into the takeovers. Okay, guys, so for the takeovers, I am using something that's not as, I guess you could say, consistently effective in the meta, right? And being as best as possible. It might be for you, it might not be, but what I was using in the gameplays while grinding out this build is the Powerhouse Takeover, where I constructed this build to where we have a 93 strength, and then you put +6 on with this takeover, and you'll have a 99 strength on a 6'5" build. So your screens are gonna be insane, okay? Your bumps are gonna be insane. Your blowing by defenders are going to be insane. Strength is not just for one thing. Strength is for many, many categories on 2K, all right? When someone's running off ball and you give them that little nudge, strength, right? When someone's trying to backdoor you, strength. When you're bumping someone, when you're trying to blow by, I mean, there's so running across screens, for example, strength, so many things. But also we get speed and agility, where we're 6'5", so we need as much speed and agility as well as our perimeter to be able to try to get there and get in good position on our defenders. So that's why I'm using Powerhouse. But you could use, you could really use whatever you want. Jet is going to give you vertical and stuff if you want to get some blocks. It's not something that I would use. You could use Blur Takeover. That's why we went to our 80 speed with ball. You can use Deep Bomber, okay? You can create your own takeover. This is something that you might want to think about once you get custom takeover, is going just mid-range. Yeah, just mid-range. You can do Blur, Deep Bomber, whatever you want, but now you're going to have a 99 midi in takeover and a 99 3-pointer with your 93 strength, all that time. Bro, I'm telling you, there's so many options on a build like this. It's insane. It really is. But let's get into the dribble moves, the dunks that I got on, all that type of stuff as well. Okay, so for the animations, I'm using all of these dribble moves right here. Zach LaVine dribble style, signature size up, Tracy McGrady. You probably have seen these if you've been watching best dribble move videos. Everyone's really not got a consistent, this is what's best and what's not so far, which is actually really good. That really, we're 2 weeks into the game and nobody knows what is best so far. There's kind of just moves that are up to your opinion at the moment. But yeah, this is what I'm currently using. I do like the Kobe White behind the back because you get a really nice behind the back. You got to be careful because you can definitely turn the ball over, but you also get a very good standing explosive, like behind the back, running to the rim, which is cool. Devin Booker step back. You could use Vince Carter. I do like Devin Booker better. The Devin Booker breakdown combo. So these are your most important ones. Devin Booker breakdown combo. Jimmy Butler escape. You could use Paul George as well. I think Paul George is pretty good. And then you have your Lonzo Cross, Kobe White behind the back, and then your Devin Booker step back. I do believe those are the most important moves. Okay, so dribble pull up, Pro 2. That's pretty much what everybody is using. And then into the jump shot, I'm currently using Kobe, Baluba, where you have to unlock this at starter 4. So I know a lot of people don't have it, but I think that my favorite jump shot besides Kobe is Kyle Korver this year. So go Kyle Korver, Baluba. And I'm talking about 6'5" to 6'9", or whatever height you can unlock it at if you can get it. But yeah, Kobe has been really, really nice for me. You see A-, A+, and you still get a C timing stability. So I like this. And then into our dunks, I'm using our contact dunks, of course, and on both 1 foot, 2 foot. And then I'm just using our regular standing dunks, 2-hand, and then also LeBron James dunk package. So I've got obviously regular alley, I got all this crazy stuff on as well, like elite contact dunks, just in case. But I mean, if you guys are low on VC, I wouldn't really buy this stuff. I mean, this was like 12,000 VC. So if you're really low, I would spend it on what's most important and not contact alley-oops. Unless you're catching a lot of alley-oops, then go ahead. But yeah, it's just on there just in case. So guys, that is my build. I hope you enjoyed. That's everything, the animations. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And I'm out of here. Peace.